Hey, what's up guys, Goofy Bastard here. So today we're going to do a 1,000-mile review on the LowRider ST 2023 Harley Davidson LowRider ST. It's actually going to be like a 1,300-mile review. But before I get into that, before I jump on the bike and get into that, a couple of videos ago I had talked about being in Valley Forge Park and the replica of the Liberty Bell. Somebody done fucked up and it fell off the truck. Well, just wanted to show you guys. Hope you can see that. It's back. It's back in there. This is open during the day. You can go in and look at it and touch it and everything else. So I just wanted to show you guys that real fast, because I know I talked about it in a previous video. So I'm going to jump on the bike and we're going to get into this 1,000-mile, 1,300-mile review. All right guys, so we're going to get into this review here on the 2023 LowRider ST. It's been a minute since I recorded the intro to this video. I've actually tried to record this video twice, and both times I forgot something else I wanted to talk about, so I'm doing it now. So first off, the fairing, the wind protection. Now, most of my riding is done on back roads, 2-lane roads, roads of that nature. So this fairing works great for me. Now, get out on the highway. I've been out on the highway a few times, and it's not as protective as, let's say, a road glide or a street glide or the bigger fairing bikes would be. So that's one thing about this, but for the wind protection it does offer, it is pretty good. Like I said, it's not going to give you as much as the bigger baggers. Okay, next thing, power. Bike got power. The stock 117 is adequate. You do not have to do anything to this motorcycle, to the engine, and be happy. You can be happy right out of the box with this motor, with the way this engine is set up. Plenty of torque, plenty of power, right out the box. Now, a lot of people do add stuff to it to add horsepower, add torque, add horsepower, but you do not have to. It is adequate the way it is. Okay, next thing, the seating position. Seating position is decent. I've changed out my seat. The stock Harley seat was not uncomfortable. I will tell you, it was not uncomfortable at all. The only issue I had with the stock Harley seat was I was sliding. It's a smooth seat, and I was sliding back and forth upon acceleration and braking. So that was the main reason I wanted to get a different seat, so I could have a little bit more grip. Whereas this one has more of a back to where it will hold me in place. Lighting. Obviously, we all know the Harleys still come with incandescent bulbs for the turn signals. You know, they finally did something with the headlight. They got an LED headlight in here. Even though aesthetically it looks good, it does not perform well at night. And anymore, I've been riding a lot in the dark because of work. I get done work and it's dark out, so I do riding in the dark, and yeah, this headlight is not adequate. So, you know, I'm thinking I got to figure out which one I'm going to go with, but I'm thinking about changing out the headlight, even though, like I said, aesthetically I do like the way the headlight looks. It sucks. The headlight sucks, bottom line. It's got LED tail light, which is adequate. No problems there. Front brakes, dual disc front brakes, great stopping power. It's awesome on the front. You can stop for fucking days. Rear, however, stock brake pedal does not seem, you do not seem to be able to get enough leverage on it the way it sits from the factory to have adequate braking in the back. Now, you have some braking, but it's not adequate. So you can change it out, you can adjust it. There is a way to adjust it. I haven't done that yet. Next thing, what the hell else? Handling. This thing handles like a dream. Coming from the Vaquero, which is a huge bagger, which actually handled pretty good for the size of the bike, this handles so much better. It's a lighter, faster, and it just handles the turns a lot better. However, the front wheel and tire is narrower than what I had on the Vaquero. So when you're on roads that are imperfect, you feel a little bit more of it. So just be aware of that. I just rode over a road that's been graded to get repaved, and this bike was all over the place. Whereas on the Vaquero, it wasn't as bad as it is on this bike. So I'm comparing a lot of this shit to the Vaquero. Okay. Bags. The bags are decent. They're not as big as a touring bike, but they get me through what I need to use them for. I can put my riding flannel, a sweatshirt, gloves, glasses into one bag. I put my lunchbox, hat, coffee, towels and shit like that in the other bag. That's normally what I do when I ride to work, when I commute to work. So while they're not huge, they're not bad. They are smaller than what I had on a Vaquero, and I did have to, in all honesty, I did have to go to a smaller lunchbox to be able to fit my lunchbox in my bag. However, if I would have went with a Road Glide, my original lunchbox would have not fit in the Road Glide either. So I would have had to switch to a smaller lunchbox, no matter how you looked at it, whether it be the Road Glide or the LowRider ST. I would have had to switch. Let's see, close between, I don't even know where the fuck that is. So I'm gonna go this way. Let's make a left here, okay, shall we? So yeah, now I know a lot of people get triggered by these bags because they are different sizes to accommodate for the exhaust, for the two pipes on the one side, the exhaust. So the right side bag is smaller than the left side bag. And like I said, I know people are triggered by that. It doesn't bother me in the least. I could care less. So that doesn't bother me. I'm trying to think. I guess I pretty much so covered everything, right? Oh, fuel consumption. The first time I checked my mileage the old-fashioned way with a calculator, I was averaging right around 50 miles to the gallon. Now, that was the first time I did it. I know it's probably bullshit. So I've done it again a couple more times. Using a calculator, using that method. And I have averaged right around 45 miles to the gallon. This has a 5-gallon tank, so you can easily get 200 miles out of this tank. I generally don't go that high, but I normally hit, when I'm about 180, I normally get gas. So consumption, fuel mileage, it's not as good as a Road Glide, Street Glide, but then again, they got bigger tanks as well. So, but I mean, after about 180 miles on the road, 200 miles on the road, you're gonna want to stop anyway, you know. So So yeah, overall, I will give the 2023 LowRider ST a solid B+, A-. Just for the two things that I told you need to be addressed, which are the brake pedal and the headlight. Other than those two things, it would be an A+. Also, I'm sure everybody's heard, or a lot of you guys have heard, there has been a recall on this motorcycle, and well, not just this motorcycle, a ton of Softails for the bolt breaking on the reservoir on the shock underneath the seat. So there's another negative, but shit happens. So overall, like I said, I'm giving this bike an A-, B+. Solid. Alright guys, so until next time, my friends, y'all stay safe and y'all love one another. Peace.